What do you say?
Normally hop on with their.
Okay. Well, are you or are you not? Kill it. Good afternoon from Nanoli Family Stadium. It's opening day for the number 10 ranked Tampa Spartans as they'll start the 2025 season with a doubleheader against Georgia Southwestern. Once again, Tampa is picked first in the SSC preseason poll, where they've been ranked for 51 consecutive weeks. This is the first two of an 11-game homestand to start the year. To go around the diamond, Gwen McGinnis will be on the mound. She'll be pitching to Kenna Kreidler. At third is Alexa Russo. At short is McKenna DiMartino. At second base is Kenzie Reynolds. And at first is Abby Solt. Left to right in the outfield will be Lauren Fantone, Lily Keister, and Mariah Galehouse. I'm Shane Patagna, joined alongside Raj Viapatia. And Raj, what are you looking forward to most today?
I mean, it's a double header, so I hope there's going to be like two beautiful games out there. I mean, the weather's pretty good as well. And there's actually people sitting on the West parking garage building where they can enjoy the match from.
Off screen, out beyond the right field fence.
Yeah.
So best seats in the house maybe out there.
I agree. I think there's better seats than us, Shane.
We're just about ready to start here. Home plate umpire Jason Smith puts on his mask, and the leadoff batter for Georgia Southwestern steps into the box. It's Madison Banks, batting left-handed. McGinnis takes the sign, and we are underway. Shows bunt, runs out of the box, but pulls back, taken for ball one. Now, Georgia Southwestern, this is not their season opener. They started yesterday splitting a doubleheader against Florida Southern. The pitch now fouled into the netting beyond the third base dugout. 1-1 the count. They won the first game 5-0 behind today's starting pitcher for the Lady Hurricanes, Grace Ann Spears, who threw 7 shutout innings, but lost game 2 4-0. As another swing and foul, count moves to 1-2.
I think having a lefty as the first hitter really throws the pitcher off. What do you think about that?
Slap hitters are a huge part and a huge asset in softball, and we'll see it a lot when Tampa comes to bat in the bottom of the first with Lily Keister, as here comes the 1-2, off speed, and Banks fights it off. Banks had a hit in both games yesterday, went 2 for 4 in game 1, scored 2 runs, and drove in another. In the second game, went 1 for 3 with a stolen base. And another 1-2 here, high and outside, and Banks doing everything she can to stay alive. So has spoiled 2 straight pitcher's pitches, keeping the count at 1-2. What will McGinnis come with here? Slaps it through the left side, between the 5-6 hole, and just like that, Banks sets the table for Georgia Southwestern. She was trying to go to the opposite field the entire time. Finally got what she was looking for. And with authority, split the gap. The infield was playing in on her. Really had no chance between Russo or DiMartino at shortstop. So now, Riley Ernst shows bunt, gets a piece of it, but it won't be in play. Strike 1. And as mentioned, Banks did steal a base yesterday. They're trying to get her in motion here. So new head coach for Georgia Southwestern. Emma Johansson in her first year as this one poked foul, 0-2 the count. Ernst yesterday went 2 for 4 in game 1. That win, a shutout win against Florida Southern, but just like the rest of the offense in game 2, where they were shut out, it's a loss. And swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Gwen McGinnis has her first punch out of the season. Makes quick work of Ernst there, who could not advance the runner. So that'll bring up Kendall Hulsman, the shortstop today for Georgia Southwestern. The first pitch to her, grounded to second. It's a double play, 4-6-3. Reynolds, DiMartino to Solt, and Tampa is out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, none left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first after this on TampaSpartans.tv. Four-6-3 double play to get out of the inning unscathed, and now they'll come to bat shortly here for the first time in 2025. Now they have their work cut out for them, as Grace Ann Spears, who's in the circle for the Lady Hurricanes, pitched a gem yesterday. 7 shutout innings, starting just 2 hits and walking 2, struck out 4. Around the diamond, Hazard is her battery mate. Hurdle at third, Hulsman at short, Bradford at second, McCard at first, and left to right in the outfield, Ernst, Banks, and Aldridge. So a lot of turnover from the 2024 team that had a tremendous season, but some constants up at the top. Lauren Fantone, the leadoff batter all of last season, is back in that spot and takes ball 1 from Spears. She comes home again. Called on the outside corner, 1-1. Lily Keister is on deck. Her and Fantone, the 1-2 pairing for pretty much all of last season for the Spartans. Fantone thought about it but couldn't pull the trigger, and it's called strike 2 on the inside corner. So 1-2, defense playing her straight up. The offering from Spears. Taken just outside, 2-2. A really good spot from Grace Ann Spears. The 2-2. Taken inside, and no, it got a piece of Fantone. So just like the Lady Hurricanes on the bottom of the first, the Tampa Spartans will have a leadoff base runner here. So another left-handed hitter here in Lily Keister. Typically a slap hitter, and it seems like Georgia Southwestern got the scouting report. Hurdle playing up really in, corners are in, and Hulsman playing even with the bag. Shows bunt, squares around, but pulls back for ball 1. Keister was first team all-conference last season and a member of the all-defensive team in the SSC. The 1-0 to her. Shows bunt, but fouled back. In 2024, started in center field all 54 games, as in the third base coach's box. Head coach Leslie Cantor gives some signs. Her, along with Denise Rubio in the first base coach's box, are celebrating their 30th year with Tampa today. Gets the bunt down. Fielded, thrown onto first in time for the out. That'll move Fantone up to second. It was hurdled to McCard for the putout. And Tampa has a runner in scoring position already with one out here in the bottom of the first. So that'll bring up Mariah Galehouse, who interestingly did not get this opening day start in game one, despite having the lowest ERA on the team last season. Sub 1 at 0.90. But she can hit it too. Takes a strike down the pipe, 0-1 the count. And as my partner Taylor Stolworthy, who's calling the baseball game right now here on campus, calls her the Shohei Ohtani of this Tampa's baseball softball program. Takes the ball low, 1-1. Last season, Galehouse batted .289 in 53 games, 159 at-bats. The 1-1 from Spears. Comes inside again, nearly hits Galehouse, who stood in there. Ball 2. Swung on, fouled into the mitt of the catcher Hazard. 2-2. Haven't seen too much off speed from Spears to this point. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. That's a big second out for Georgia Southwestern. Froze Galehouse there. So I mentioned earlier a little bit of the turnover needed here for the Spartans. For all of the starters that graduated, they've replaced some of the offense here with grad transfer Abby Solt, coming over from Valdosta State, as she's hit by the pitch. No, it's ruled that she leaned into it. Jason Smith on the call. So instead of first and second, 2 outs and a new batter, it'll be an 0-1 count to Solt. But slugged .936 last season at Valdosta State and was walked 47 times. Grounded to short, fielded on a hop, throw on to first in plenty of time, and that'll retire the side. Spears works around and strands a runner in scoring position. After 1, we have no score. Tampa will take the field for the top of the second here. Had a runner in scoring position with 1 out, but a called strike 3 and a ground out to short couldn't bring Lauren Fantone home after she reached on a hit by pitch. So now it's the cleanup hitter, Ashlyn Rogers, for the Lady Hurricanes. Started both games yesterday in the doubleheader. Split for Georgia Southwestern. She went 1 for 4 with a double in game 1 and drew 2 walks in game 2. Slider action on that first offering. Misses way outside. So has already shown some pop here in this 2025 season. The 3rd game for GSW. This one taken right down Broadway. Count moves to 1-1. So McGinnis, one of the core 4 pitchers for Tampa last season, which all of them had tremendous years, had a 1.44 ERA, which somehow was the worst on the team. But shows you just the kind of pitching factory, and really any 3 options that Leslie Cantor had today would have been viable options. Comes up and in. Gets Rogers to chase. Count is 2-2. Guinness already has 1 strikeout today. Could have number 2 here. The 2-2. Taken just outside. And the count moves full. Rogers selected to the PBC preseason all-conference team. And the payoff pitch checks her swing, and she went around. McGinnis wins the battle here of probably the biggest hitter that the Lady Hurricanes have to offer in the lineup. And now it's the number 5 batter, Henderson Hurdle. 1 for 3 yesterday in Game 1, drove in a run. Then 0 for 3 with a strikeout in Game 2 as she takes ball 1 outside.
What? Should just be in their videos.
Called strike on the black. 1-1. Hit off the fist, a diving attempt, but can't come up with it. Solt with great effort. And still a positive play. We'll drop in a strike 2 instead of the out. Tried again with equivalent of a cutter or a slider. Glove side movement on that pitch, but too far outside. 2-2 now as McGinnis works quick. Off speed pitch. Rogers thought about it. Hurdle thought about it, but wisely held up. And another full count here in the top of the second. Payoff pitch, taken outside, ball 4. So a good at bat by Henderson Hurdle. 3 great takes in a row after dropping down in the count. 1-2. So for the second consecutive inning, Georgia Southwestern has a base runner. Batting now is the catcher Rebecca Hazard. Had a hit in both games yesterday. McGinnis continuing to go back to the well with that, I'll call it a cutter, but hasn't been able to locate it in the zone so far. Now comes back inside, and that gets a piece of Hazard. So some command issues here as her catcher, Kenna Kreidler, will walk the ball out to the circle, encourage her pitcher. But Georgia Southwestern threatening here. Left-handed batter Piper McCard up at the dish. Only played in 1 game yesterday. Went 0 for 4. 4 strikeouts for the Golden Sombrero and waves through that pitch. Down the count 0-1. But head coach Emma Johansson showing trust in McCard here. Giving her the start. But now quickly down 0-2. McGinnis goes upstairs. Doesn't get McCard to chase. Off-speed pitch. Just missed. McGinnis went with a changeup. Great movement, but dropped below the knees. The 2-2. Taken outside, strike 3. The 5th strikeout for McCard on the season. And the 2nd today for McGinnis. Excuse me, 3rd. 2nd this inning. Now it's Savannah Bradford. Takes ball 1 outside. Going to have to try and put a ball in play here to do anything about the runners on 1st and 2nd. Gets contact this, but fouls it back to the net. 1-1. Playing both games yesterday, a combined 1 for 6 with a run scored. Takes ball 2 high. That 1 hit came in game 1 against Florida Southern yesterday. Right down the middle. Fastball poured in for strike 2. So 2s all around. A 2-2 count with 2 outs, 2 runners on base here in the top of the 2nd. McGinnis takes a sign and comes home. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. McGinnis comes home. Fouled, out of play, right over the first base dugout. Henderson Hurdle, the runner on 2nd. Rebecca Hazard, the runner at 1st. McGinnis comes home with another 2-2. Off-speed pitch, pulled down the line, foul. McGinnis has to feel like she has Bradford where she wants her. She's late on the heaters and just yanked off speed out in front. Comes inside, ties her up. It's a drop 3rd with a tag by Kreidler, and that'll retire the side. So 2 runners stranded. The first runner in scoring position stranded for Georgia Southwestern, and McGinnis early this year already finding ways to get out of trouble. We'll be back after these messages. Kenna Kreidler, Alexa Russo, and Kelsey Winters due up for the number 10 Tampa Spartans as we will soon head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Grace Ann Spears gets back in the circle, has thrown 8 innings so far this season, in this young season, without allowing a run. Threw 7 shutout yesterday.
Everything's right.
In a first game victory at Florida Southern. Now, trying to pull an upset against these Tampa Spartans. Kenna Kreidler was a .314 hitter last season and appeared in 47 games, logging 121 at-bats. As the first pitch to her, poured in for a called strike 1. Kreidler, a sophomore out of Newport Richey, Florida. Ball inside. Some of the Georgia Southwestern fans that made the trip wanted that call. Could not get it. The 1-1. glove side action there. Misses just outside. Two one. Another near miss. And Spears will take some time to collect herself. Seemingly showing some frustration that she couldn't even get a call on either of the last two pitches. But now a 3-1. That misses definitely low. And another inning. Another leadoff base runner for Tampa.
Now she got a walk. So she's on that base. And the count stands here. 0-0.
So it's the third baseman, Alexa Russo, a returner. Batted .228 last season, playing in 53 games. Drops a bunt down, but foul by the Tampa on-deck circle. A key piece of this team, but probably underperformed by her standards in 2024. Crowder the runner on first. Russo at the dish. Takes a ball low and in.
Do you know what the signs are?
Corners playing in. Everybody else straight up. Shows bunt. Pulls back and it gets to the backstop. Crowder will advance to second without a throw. So the catcher, Hazard, couldn't handle the inside pitch. And Russo does her job without even having to sacrifice herself, and I'm sure will swing away now. 2-1 the count. Howard takes strike two right down the middle. It's an overcast day here at Name Only Family Stadium, but a warm one. No rain in the forecast. Grounded through the left side. It's into left field. Canner will hold Kryler at third. Russo will advance on the throw home, and the Spartans are in business. Runners on second and third. A hard hit ball through the hole. Diving attempt by Hurdle to no avail. And Riley Ernst, who fielded that ball, came up firing home. Perhaps saw Cantor waving her arm as if she was going to send Kryler, and then put up a late stop sign in. Whether it was intentional or not, to have the late stop, it works in the benefit of Tampa. So now it's Kelsey Winters, a redshirt sophomore transfer, who pulls one foul down the line. A few more inches, and we would have had a few more inches to the left, to the right. Would have had our first runs of the game. Hit hard and had extra bases written all over it. She played in the Big Ten last year as an Iowa Hawkeye, but in her first 2 years has not seen much action. Pops one up into center field. Banks makes the catch. Kryler coming home. The throw is not in time. Took the catcher Hazard a little bit up the line on an otherwise strong throw, and it allows Tampa to score the first run of the season and the first run of this game. They lead 1-0. So now McKenna DiMartino, the new starting shortstop for Tampa, after Stephanie Ballmer graduated after the 2024 season. Out of Claremont, Florida, standing 5'6". She fouled the first pitch away. The 0-1 offering here. Another one. Fouled into the ground. And quickly behind 0-2. She She graduated from Family Christian Center High School. And trying to record her first collegiate hit here. Spears with the 0-2. It is hit well into center field, and that'll drop in. Banks bobbles the field. That'll allow Russo to come home. The throw nowhere near, and she advances to second with an RBI single. So welcome to college softball. McKenna DiMartino turned a double play in the first inning and drives in a run here in her first at-bat with a good piece of two-strike hitting. 2-0 the score now for Tampa. And that'll call for a players-only meeting in the circle for Georgia Southwestern. It was a lead-off walk, then a wild pitch, and a throw that needed to hit a cutoff that allowed Alexa Russo to advance to second on a base hit to left. Then a sacrifice fly by Winters to give Tampa the 1-0 lead, and then DiMartino doubles it with an RBI single. So first pitch, the number 9 hitter, Kenzie Reynolds, swung on and missed. She's a returner, batted .250, but this is her first start with the Spartans, as she's beat inside again, 0-2. Appeared in 18 games last year, but mostly as a defensive or pinch runner. Defensive replacement, rather. Only made 4 at-bats in 2024. Ball taken way outside. A waste pitch from Grace Ann Spears. Who now has a value to her 2025 ERA. 8 shutout innings to start the season, but now has given up 2 here. Both earned. So another 1-2 count here to Kenzie Reynolds. Sophomore from Tampa. The 1-2. Fouled. And we'll do it again. DiMartino, the runner at second. Reynolds at the plate, and Grace Ann Spears taking the sign and getting ready to deliver the pitch here. Driven into center field, coming in is Banks, and she'll make the diving catch for the second out. A run-saving play that forces DiMartino to stay put at second base. So Tampa has shown some great two-strike hitting here. It's been able to hit the ball hard down in the count. And it turns over the lineup to Lauren Fantone, the leadoff hitter. Grounds the first pitch, fair in play to the first baseman McCard, who will step on the bag and retire the side. But Tampa gets on the board. They lead 2-0 after a Kelsey Winters sacrifice fly and a Mackenzie DiMartino RBI single. You are watching Tampa Spartans softball on TampaSpartans.tv. Gwen McGinnis back in the circle, now looking for a shutdown inning against the Georgia Southwestern Lady Hurricanes. Tampa leads 2-0 after putting up a crooked number in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for GSW. Malone Aldridge will start things off. A right-handed batter who did appear in both games yesterday for the Lady Hurricanes. She started game 1, went 1 for 3, and scored a run. Then appeared as a pinch hitter in game 2, struck out in her lone at-bat. So, we're ready to go here. Corners in. Pitch to Aldridge. Taken high for ball 1. So perhaps expecting Aldridge to bunt, but she's going to be swinging away. Corner's still playing in. So this one's fouled back to the netting. The 1-1. Off-speed pitch, taken low. Another one inside. 3-1. Now Georgia Southwestern has had chances already to do some damage. 3 base runners in the first 2 frames, but couldn't advance anyone past second base. But it's a lead-off runner as the number 9 batter draws a walk. The second of the day surrendered by McGinnis. It was proven to be a 3 true outcome type of pitcher today. 4 strikeouts to 2 walks through her first 6 outs. So now it's the leadoff batter that shows bunt. Banks, the center fielder, who made a nice diving catch last inning for the second out. Fouls away the first pitch here in her second plate appearance. Squares again, gets it down in play. Picked up by Russo on to first for the out. A sacrifice bunt does the job. And Georgia Southwestern will have their second runner in scoring position this afternoon. So now it's number 2 batter, Riley Ernst, another left-hander. Singled her first time up. Stays grounded in the box after trying to slap it last time. Fouls it down the left field line. Or excuse me, that was Banks with the hit last time. Ernst struck out. And now Bases potentially getting sent down on strikes again as just 0-2. Another foul ball into the netting. Ernst, a junior. Banks, a junior, on second base. The 0-2. Fouled back to the net yet again.
I thought about it. Did you see it? I don't know.
Another 0-2 from McGinnis. Ball way out. Ernst to transfer from Sierra College. The 1-2. Hit into left field. Back is Fantone. She'll make the one-handed catch for the second out. Ball wasn't hit too hard, and a routine play for Fantone, who's used to patrolling left field for the Spartans. The entire Spartans outfield, left to right, is also 1, 2, and 3 in their batting order. A veteran presence and leadership out beyond the infield. A delayed steal. The throw awkwardly to the shortstop. Georgia Southwestern catches the Spartans off guard, and that was an awkward play all around defensively. Might have just slipped out of the hand of Kenna Kryler, but a runner on third now, and a pass ball could score a run. Two and 0 count now to Kendall Hulsman. And the third out is always the most important one, but in this situation now, extremely important. 3 and 0 the count to the number 3 batter, Kendall Hulsman, who grounded into a double play to end the top of the first, her first time up. Taking all the way, McGinnis pours it in for strike one. Three and one, swinging away. A diving stop by Russo. Throw from her knees is in time. What a play to save a run. Alexa Russo goes all out and makes an incredibly strong throw. Once again, McGinnis gets around trouble and still zeros on the board for Georgia Southwestern as we now head to the bottom of the third after these breaks. After this break. Alexa Russo, a highlight play to keep the Lady Hurricanes off the board in the top of the third, and Tampa will look to tack on here in the bottom of the third. And they have the right people due up to do it. 2, 3, and 4. Keister, Galehouse, and Solt. A senior, and a graduate senior due up. So it's a left-handed Keister that is more than able to serve as a table setter here for the Spartans. A .319 hitter in 2024. Not a lot of power, though. Just 2 extra base hits all of last season and 163 at-bats. The first pitch from Grace Ann Spears. Keister trying to slap, but it's taken low and away for ball one. Second pitch inside, strike one. Keister in the first inning popped up into a sacrifice put out by the third baseman. She fouls this off her leg. Count moves 1 and 2. Been a starter for an entire career here that started all the way back in 2022. She takes a good located pitch from Spears. 2 and 2 the count. She's played in 40-plus games every year as a Spartan. Now beginning her 4th campaign. Pokes it into left field, but it'll be right at the left fielder, Ernst, for the first out. So 1 away as Mariah Galehouse, Tampa's right fielder only here in game one, but would have to imagine she sees some time on the rubber at some point between the two games today. Grounds the first pitch into the on-deck circle, and the on-deck batter, Solt, kicks it up to herself, makes a nice play off screen. So Spears ahead on Galehouse, who caught her looking her first time up. Galehouse swings over on top of that one. Quickly down 0-2. So Spears has settled in after a bit of a tumultuous bottom of the second. The 0-2, way out. A waste pitch there. Takes a deep breath, takes the sign, and now comes home. Swung on and missed, strike three. And Grace Ann Spears seems like she's got Mariah Galehouse's number. The second punch out on Galehouse, and her second today overall. So with two away, it's the new face, Solt, in the right-handed batter's box. Takes ball one inside. And really didn't get a chance to go into her stats, but she is the real deal at the plate. Just last season, numerous awards as she takes ball two outside. She was the NFCA All-Region second team member and was a first team All-Conference player. Won a National Player of the Week honor on March 14th of last year, as she's ahead in the count 3-0. Batted .365, hit 29 home runs, and slugged a whopping .936, as it's a 4-pitch walk. So Spears, with room to play with two outs, perhaps wisely, really wanted no part of Solt in that at-bat. So Kenneth Kreidler comes up for the second time today. Got things started in the second by drawing a leadoff walk that led to 2 runs. Swinging at the first pitch, but grounds it well foul to the left side. Kreidler, a sophomore out of Newport Richey, graduate from J.W. Mitchell High School. 0-1 pitch is taken low. Solt got a big lead, secondary lead, off of first base, but nothing doing. The pitch popped up on the infield. The first baseman, no, catcher, they collide. Both players calling for it, but it ends up being Hazard that makes the grab. McCard, with the second effort, didn't really know whose glove it ended up in, but the most important thing for GSW is that it ended up in someone's glove for the third out. So Grace Ann Spears responds. Still 2-0 here at Namoli Family Stadium. We've played 3 full here at Namoli Family Stadium, where the number 10 Tampa Spartans lead by a score of 2-0. Still very much a ball game, and Georgia Southwestern has had their chances. However, 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position today, a total of 0 and 6 with runners on base. Four, 5, and 6 due up for Georgia Southwestern. Rogers at the dish now. Hurdle and Hazard. As there's a delay here, the player's ready to play. Music wasn't turned down, though. First pitch, called strike on the outside corner. McGinnis in the circle for her 4th inning of work. Gets ahead 0-2 as at fastball, fouled straight back. Rogers struck out swinging. Her first time up today. McGinnis has 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. Looking for 5, but it won't come on that pitch as it's fouled out of play. And drops back off that inning.
Last year your team was 52 and 8.
The 0-2. Just outside. Ball 1. A very good spot from Gwen McGinnis. 78 strikeouts last season, 4 today. This one popped up near the foul line. Coming in is Fantone, who can't make a diving catch. Stays down for a little bit. I think that one hit her in the face on the bounce. So Alexa Russo will check on her. Fantone is standing and appears to be all right. So Rogers staying alive here. And we'll take some time before we're ready to resume play. Home plate umpire Jason Smith signals to play ball, and the 1-2 here, way outside, 2-2. Rogers probably the best hitter Georgia Southwestern has to offer, as she skies another one in the left field. Ranging back is Fantone into foul ground and makes the two-handed catch. So the only preseason all-conference team member is retired for the 2nd time today, and that's the first out of the top of the 4th. Now Henderson Hurdle will come up for a 2nd time today. It's a very experienced GSW team, as the first pitch cut on and missed. Just one underclassman in the starting lineup. And that's the 7-batter, Piper McCard. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-2 the count. For Tampa, it's a team that has gotten a lot younger. Popped up on the infield, and that's one of the young guns. That's DiMartino with the catch for the 2nd out. DiMartino having a great start to her college career so far in just these first 3.5 innings. 3 2/3 rather. Has turned a double play and has an RBI single already in her first game as a Tampa Spartan. Hazard, the batter now, fouls the first pitch to the backstop. Off-speed pitch, a beauty. Buckles the knees of Hazard, and another 2-strike count here for Gwen McGinnis. Off the fists, into foul ground. Russo hits off her glove on the diving attempt, but can't come up with it. And like Fantone was earlier in this inning, Russo a little slow to get up, but she is up. Cantor comes out, pats her third baseman on the back. Russo's already made one diving play today on a hard grounder in play that ended the third inning, but couldn't come up with another. But she gives a nod to the home plate umpire, saying she's ready to go, and so does everyone else. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball just above the letters. Ball 1. Fastball just missed outside. McGinnis living on the corners. She's pitched well today. This one comes way inside, though. Hazard has to scoot out of the way. And she's brought this at bat from 0-2 to 3-2. The payoff pitch. Fouled back. McGinnis went with the cutter there. Three and 2/3 so far. Just one hit allowed. Another time. Fouled out of play as it lands on the first base dugout roof. McGinnis has walked 2 today. It's the full count. Comes over. Another one. Fouled back. So Hazard putting on a lengthy at-bat here. Battling in that right-handed batter's box. McGinnis works quick, though. Comes home. It's an off-speed pitch. Poked foul down the right field line. And we're nearing somewhere around 10 pitch. It's the 11th pitch of the at-bat. McGinnis has just shown about everything in her arsenal. Who's going to win? Called strike 3. It's McGinnis that wins it. Her 5th strikeout of the afternoon. Freezes Hazard. And Georgia Southwestern goes down in order. McGinnis pitching a gem right now. Tampa leads 2-0 here on TampaSpartans.tv. Back ready for play here at Name-Only Family Stadium. We've hit the halfway point of this first game of a 2-game doubleheader here on Sunday afternoon. Alexa Russo will lead off for your number 10 Tampa Spartans. Singled her first time up. In her first at-bat of this 2025 season. Grace Ann Spears still in the circle as she gets Russo fishing at that first offering. Russo already with a dirty jersey. Takes a pitch well inside. Has had the opportunity at a number of diving plays today. Made a really nice one in the field to end the third. The 1-1. Taken outside. The catcher Hazard, tried to frame it, but could not fool home plate umpire Jason Smith. 2-1 here. Swung on hard, fouled into the third base dugout. Russo is a Tampa native, a senior. The 2-2. Grounded over the third base bag, but called foul. So another 2-2 pitch here from Grace Ann Spears. Off speed. Buzzes the tower a little bit of Russo and bending out of the way of that pitch. Count is full. Grounded hard off the glove. Deflects off of another defender. A pinball base hit for Alexa Russo. Hit off of the glove of McCard. Bradford, though, the second baseman, ranging over, might have had a chance, but too much spin, and it caroms into right field for Russo's second hit of the day. But she'll be run for here. It's Devin Hammonds, a senior outfielder, making her first appearance of this season. As Kelsey Winter comes to the plate. Hammonds trying to get some stats on her here. Not a lot of games started. And just one stolen base. But she can run well. The first pitch to Winters. Ball 1. She drove in the first run of the game for Tampa with a sacrifice fly in the second. A close pitch. Could not get the call. 2-0. Corners playing even with the bag. Middle infield and double play depth. Hit hard on the third. Right at Hurdle. On to second for the force out, but not in time for the double play. Ball was hit hard from Winters, but right at Hurdle, who had to wait a little bit for Bradford to get to the bag before she could make the throw. So could not convert what would have been a tailor-made double play, although you can never assume the double play would happen. So one away, one on, here in the bottom of the fourth. It's the freshman shortstop, Mackenzie DiMartino, who already has a hit and an RBI today. The 1-0 pitch from Spears. Swung on and missed. DiMartino showing that she's a free swinger. Has not really chased, though. This one pounded foul on the third base grass. The 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. That'll be Spears' third strikeout of the afternoon. It'll be the second out. So now it's the 9 batter, Kenzie Reynolds. Lined out to center field. Her first time up on a nice play by the center fielder Banks, who had to make a diving catch coming in on the ball. Spears gets ahead, 0-1. Through 3 2/3, has allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and walked 2. But is ahead 0-2 as Reynolds pulls that pitch well foul. Ball in the dirt. A good block by Hazard. Holds Winters at first base. Spears comes home with a 1-2 pitch. Lined, well hit into left field. That drops in for a hit. Winters moves up to second. Kenzie Reynolds with her first hit of the season. And another pinch runner here. Joey Trawick will replace Winters at second base. A sophomore from Jacksonville. Last season really only made contributions as a defensive replacement or pinch runner. Has yet to start for the Spartans, but find yourself in scoring position here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to the leadoff batter, Lauren Fantone in this Tampa Spartans order, 0-1. It's Fantone's third time up. 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Takes a ball below the knees, 1-1. So Trawick on second, Reynolds at first, Fantone at the dish. Trying to extend this 2-0 lead. Ball taken outside on the corner. Nobody's covering the bag, and that was almost disaster for Georgia Southwestern. A delayed steal. Double steal. Puts 2 runners in scoring position. As Hurdle nowhere near third base. Hazard threw it anyway. But Spears 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Ball taken low, 2-2. It was extremely good backup by the shortstop, Hulsman, to keep the ball in the infield. 2-2 here. Poked into right. Can of corn for Aldridge, though, and she makes the two-handed grab, and that'll retire the side. So 2 runners in scoring position stranded here for the Spartans, but they maintain a 2-0 advantage. 3 innings left to play here at Amoli Family Stadium after this. So after being pinch ran for last inning, Alexa Russo re-enters at third base. And Tampa will maintain their starting lineup. One more time through the batting order guaranteed for Georgia Southwestern. 7, 8, 9 due up. Freshman Piper McCard leads off this top of the fifth. First pitch taken low and away for ball one. McCard struck out looking her first time up. And that's all she's done in this young season. She skies this one foul. Could be playable for Russo. Makes the catch and foul ground. And for the first time this season, McCard puts a ball in play. 0 for 6, though, to start. One out. Gwen McGinnis back in the circle for her fifth inning of work. It's now Bradford. Takes a cutter out. Ball one. She struck out her first time up. 1 of 5 for McGinnis on the afternoon. Fouled out of play to the right side. Bradford pitches as well for this Georgia Southwestern team. She takes an off-speed pitch low. 2-1. Took the loss in Game 2 of the Lady Hurricanes doubleheader yesterday, going 3 2/3, allowing 5 hits and 2 earned runs. She takes ball 3. She walked 3 and struck out 3. But today, serving as the second baseman here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. The 3-1 foul back to the net to set up a full count. The payoff pitch. Hit hard into center field. In comes Keister. Can't make the catch. Bobbles the ball a little bit, but keeps it in front, and that'll hold Bradford to a single. So, another base runner for Georgia Southwestern. But just haven't strung enough hits together to cash in. Gets off the bag on a bunt and run and try. But Aldridge, the batter, pulls back on a pitch well outside. Bradford able to scurry back to first. A 1-0. Swinging away this time, but wisely takes ball 2. Bradford is getting active off of the bag. Some big secondary leads. Georgia Southwestern has had some players steal a base already this season, but she's not one of them. Now drops down a bunt. Picked up by Solt on to first in time. That's Reynolds coming over to cover. The throw beat Aldridge by a step. So the second out of the inning. But it puts a runner in scoring position from the top of the order. A big moment here for the number 1 batter, Madison Banks. The first pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. She singled her first time up. And the quarter sacrifice poked one over the head of the second baseman. It'll drop into center field. Around comes Bradford, and she'll score standing. Banks and Georgia Southwestern cuts this Tampa lead in half. It's 2-1. Keister with a strong throw in from center field, but was going to have no chance of nabbing Bradford in a play at the plate. So Banks records her second RBI of the season. And she's a threat to steal. First pitch swinging is Ernst. Fouls it back for strike one. 0 for 2 today. And some life in the Georgia Southwestern dugout. The 0-1. Slapped, foul down the third base line. The sun has started to poke through on this still cloudy day here in Tampa, Florida. Gwen McGinnis, one strike away from getting out of this inning. Her 0-2. Hit into the outfield. That'll drop in for another base hit. Banks takes a wide turnaround second, slides back in safely. Almost disaster. But a 2-out rally here for Georgia Southwestern. It's Banks, the runner on second. Ernst, the runner on first after her first hit of the afternoon. And now it's the three-batter, Hulsman. First pitch taken high, ball one. She's 0 for 2 today. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play that ended at the top of the first. And grounded to third, out to third in the third. Change up, poured in for strike one. And McGinnis has known exactly when to switch it up and slow things down today. Poke to the right side, routine. Reynolds on to Solt, and that'll retire the side. But Georgia Southwestern finally gets on the board. 2-1, Tampa leads. We've played 4.5. Grace Ann Spears back in the circle for her 5th inning of work, trying to keep this a one-run game. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Spartans as Lily Keister steps into that left-handed batter's box for the 3rd time today. Georgia Southwestern really had threatened for all the first 4 innings, getting a base runner on every time, but finally cashed in the 5th. Ball taken out, 1-0. Keister not a power threat, but can be the rabbit that Tampa needs as she takes a ball inside. Two 2-0 pitch, tapped foul to the left side. Spears, the ace of this staff, for Georgia Southwestern last season. Led the team with a 3.52 ERA and 131 and a third innings pitched. Pitched a complete game shutout yesterday. This one dribbled, fielded by Spears. On to first, not in time. Keister beats it out for a swinging bunt base hit to start the bottom of the fifth. So now, Tampa Spartans chasing Lily Keister. Leadoff runner on. Trying to distance this lead. It's Galehouse. Shows bunt, pulls back wisely for ball one. Trying to get some movement around. Both corners crashed. Hulsman moved to second, and Bradford was ready to cover first. Galehouse, though, has struck out twice today. Shows bunt again, pulls back again for another ball. As Cantor gives a series of signs. Would have to think the bunt is on again. And it is. But Galehouse has yet to see a pitch she likes. The count now 3-0. And time is called. There'll be a visit on the rubber. From an assistant coach. I apologize, I do not know who it is because Georgia Southwestern only lists their head coach on their website. Oh, sorry, that is Robin Bales. Her first season, along with head coach Emma Johansson. And a lengthy visit that now draws home plate umpire Jason Smith out, and everyone will go back to their respective positions. A 3-0 pitch here. Ball 4. So Galehouse, who was trying to give herself up, doesn't need to. It's a 4-pitch walk, and she reaches base for the first time this season. So now, 2 ducks on the pond for Solt. She walked her last time up, as Spears has walked 3 now. In 7 innings yesterday, she only walked 2. And that's ball 5 in a row. So Spears has shown she can go the distance, but seemingly starting to run out of steam right now in the bottom of the fifth. This time, she finds the zone, and Solt grounds it foul. 1-1 the count. Low and in, 2-1 the count. Spears really wanted no part of Solt the last time she faced. A 4-pitch walk then, but had the cushion of 2 outs. This time does not have a cushion, as this pitch fouled well out of play into the Lady Hurricanes bullpen. Two and two now, the count on the cleanup batter, Solt. Off-speed pitch popped sky high into shallow center field. Banks calls off Bradford and makes the catch for the first out. Keister Nearly didn't get back to the bag in time. I don't believe there was any reason for Keister not to have gone back to second base with some sense of urgency. So after all that, just a routine fly out in the book. Kreidler the batter now. Takes strike one at the knees. She walked in her first plate appearance in the second. Was retired in the third. The 0-1 from Spears. Hit pretty well into left field. Back ranging is Ernst. She makes the catch. Keister will tag. The throw well off the bag. And both runners advance. So a productive out from Kenna Kreidler. Advances both runners 60 feet. Both now stand in scoring position for the third baseman, the number 6 batter, Alexa Russo. 2 for 2 today. Spears might have to consider that with a base open here. First pitch swinging right at the bag. Fields on her knees, comes to her feet. Hurdle makes a strong throw, and that'll retire the side. So 2 stranded for the Spartans. Spears and the Hurricanes get a much-needed shutdown inning, and they're in striking distance after 5. You're watching the SSC Digital Network. The first pitching change of the game has been made. The book is now closed on Gwen McGinnis as Kate DeSimone steps into the circle for the Spartans. McGinnis finishes with 5 full innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. She also hit a batter. But an embarrassment of riches here in the University of Tampa pitching staff. DeSimone, a senior, whose first offering is fouled back into the net. She'll face the heart of the order. 4, 5, and 6 due up. It's Rogers in the box now. She's 0 for 2 today. DeSimone, a 1.30 ERA last season, has loops a changeup, or maybe we could even call a curveball, in for strike 2. Struck out 68 batters to just 15 walks allowed. Went back to the heater, but misses down and away. Made 16 starts last season. 21 appearances in relief. Her first appearance this season is in relief, as this one popped up weakly into shallow center. The second baseman, Reynolds, makes the catch. 1 out. Kate DeSimone, 3rd on the team in ERA last year, as Both Mary Beth Feldman and Mariah Galehouse finished the year with a sub-1 ERA. Grounded up the middle. Diving try by the shortstop. Reynolds picks up the carom, but there will be no play. DiMartino couldn't come up with it. Reynolds with nice backup to try and get the out, but was never going to be a chance. Hurdle is on with a hit. 5 hits apiece here for both teams, but the difference is in the run column. Tampa leads 2-1. Hazard, the batter now, takes strike 1, a fastball just under the letters. She was hit by a pitch her first time up in the second and struck out looking in the fourth. Off-speed pitch finds the plate 0-2. Try to get Hazard a chase with a pitch low and away. She takes the sign. Comes home. Down in the dirt. Runner goes as the ball gets away. Thought Kreider made a nice block. But instead the ball gets to the backstop and Hurdle moves up to second. And I'm sorry, if that first pitch was a ball, I thought the only plate umpire signaled strike. It's 3-1 the count. Fouled back to the net. It moves full. Hazard, a senior. Trying to drive in a fellow classmate. Hurdle at second base. The payoff pitch taken low for ball 4. So, another base runner for the Hurricanes. Left-handed McCard up at the plate. She's struggled in this young season. The freshman takes strike 1. 0 for 6 to start her collegiate career. But comes to bat in a huge spot here in the top of the 6th. Taken upstairs, 1-1. DeSimone comes home as McCard waves through that one. DeSimone finds the grip and comes home with a 1-2. Poked foul out of play beyond the left field stands. McCard receiving encouragement as now Smith is going to come out to the circle and exchange softballs with the pitcher DeSimone. One-two pitch coming here. Tampa leading 2-1. Hit somewhat well into left field. Fantone ranging back, makes the catch. And Hurdle will have to stay put at second. So a big second out for Tampa. The 8 batter, Savannah Bradford, will bat now. A two-way player playing second base today. Takes strike one on the inside corner. She singled her last time up just an inning ago and scored the lone run for Georgia Southwestern. Hits the off-speed pitch to Russo, who will just step on third for the force out. And Tampa holds the Hurricanes to a 0 here in the 6th. They'll try for some insurance runs, leading 2-1 after this break.
0-1-0-2.
Kelsey Winters will re-enter as the number 7 batter, as she was pinch ran for by Joey Trawick her last time up. She'll be the one leading off this inning. Mackenzie DiMartino on deck and Kenzie Reynolds in the hole. Tampa holding on to a 2-1 lead, but if you believe in momentum, it's somewhat on the side of Georgia Southwestern right now. Tampa been held scoreless for the last 3 frames and haven't scored since the 2nd. But they're off to a good start now for some insurance runs as she's hit by the first pitch. So Winters on base to start, and she was ran for the last time, but perhaps not quite yet. DiMartino, the freshman shortstop, up for a 3rd time today. Shows bunt, gets it down, but in foul territory. The third baseman Hurdle wisely letting that ball roll foul. DiMartino has already shown today that she's up for the moment of college softball. She squares again, pulls back on a pitch outside. 1-1 the count. Spears in the circle for his 6th inning of work. Another square around. Throw down to first. Not in time. Winters slides back in safely. One to the count to DiMartino, who will now have to swing away. Pounded foul. DiMartino staying alive. Another 1-2 offering due up here. taken for a ball. An emphatic call from the umpire, Jason Smith. The first baseman, McCard, playing in front of the bag. Everyone else, even or behind. Grounded to third, but off of the glove of Hurdle. Fielded by the shortstop, Hulsman, but she won't have a play. We'll see how it's scored, but looks to be an error. Which it is. The first of the day for either team. And the Spartans here in business. 2 on, nobody out. For the number 9 batter, Kenzie Reynolds. The Spartans' second baseman. Squares around, pulls back for a ball. Runners stay put. Banks, the center fielder, even charging in this bunt defense to guard second base. Reynolds singled her last time up. Lined out to center her first time. Gets a piece of that. Fouls it back. 1-1 the count now. Calls time. It'll be an offensive meeting between Reynolds and Cantor. Now runs through the signs. Rubio telling Reynolds to bring that back shoulder down. Pitch from Spears, shows bunt, gets it down, fielded by Spears, on to first in plenty of time. And not only did Reynolds get her back shoulder down, but got the bunt down. It works. 2 runners in scoring position here with just 1 out for Lauren Fantone, making her 4th plate appearance. Middle infield playing back. Grounds one to the right side. Steps on first is McCard. And nothing doing. The runners have to stay put. Winters at third. DiMartino at second. So Spears an out away from getting out of this jam. Now it's the contact hitting Lily Keister. Corners in. The shortstop Hulsman at the bag. Grounded over the head of Hurdle at third, but foul. Baltimore chop. Would have worked if it could have stayed to the right side of that white line. Second offering. Called ball. Low and in. So 1-1 to Keister. Singled her last time up. Grounds one to the right side. Fielded by Bradford. Sidearm flip in time for the final out. So Tampa could not provide themselves any breathing room in the bottom of the 6th. And it looks like it'll be DeSimone on to try and close this out. We'll be back after this break. Kate DeSimone will try and complete the 6-out save here on opening day for the number 10 Tampa Spartans, who lead by just 1 run by a score of 2-1 here in the top of the 7th. She's already halfway there. As the first pitch is a ball. DeSimone came in for the 6th. Finished a clean inning. Allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. But most importantly, no runs scored. This pitch by the 9 batter, Aldridge, fouled off above the first base dugout. The count is 1-1. Aldridge 0 for 0 today, a walk and a sacrifice. Pops one up on the infield. Solt calls everyone off and makes the two-handed squeeze for the first out. DeSimone not out of the woods yet, as this Hurricanes lineup turns over. It's the center fielder, Madison Banks. Riley Ernst, another left-handed hitter, stands on deck. Banks, with her hands separated, pokes one the opposite field. Fantone ranging back, but she will not have a play as this ball lands foul. So DeSimone gets ahead of Banks. Banks has had a good game. 2 for 2 with base hits in the 1st and 5th. She drove in the 1 run for Georgia Southwestern, but is now down 0-2. DeSimone way ahead here. Comes in with a fastball, but it's hit right at the left fielder, Lauren Fantone, and that's the 2nd out. So now it's down to Riley Ernst to try and start something here for Georgia Southwestern. Staring a sub-500 record in the face right now. If they lost this game, they would move to 1-2 on the season. First pitch fouled out of play. Corners playing slightly in. This one slapped. Foul. And Georgia Southwestern is now down to the last strike. DeSimone, the 2024 All-South Region Pitcher of the Year. 1 pitch away from the save. Here it comes. Grounded up the middle. Glove by DeSimone. Makes a sidearm throw to first. And that's the ball game. Tampa wins 2-1. All it took was 2 in the 2nd. And their pitching did the rest. Gwen McGinnis will get credited with the win. 5 full innings pitched as the starter. Allowed 4 hits and 2 walks. Just 1 earned run while striking out 5. And DeSimone completes the 6-out save, allowing just 1 hit and 1 walk. Had a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th to put it away. Offensively, it was newcomers Kelsey Winters and Mackenzie DiMartino that were the story. Drove in both runs. Winters on a sacrifice fly, and DiMartino with an RBI single for her first collegiate hit and run batted in. So, we will have a scheduled doubleheader. Game 2 will be in about 30 minutes. For Shane Patagna, I'm Shane Patagna. This was Tampa Spartans softball on the SSC Digital Network.